Peace to the kings, peace to the queens, peace to everybody viewing this transmission. Zudakai here. Today I just wanted to talk about frequency and how to change frequencies. We are all living on a certain frequency, and in order to, everybody wants to change their life, everybody wants to grow, everybody wants to evolve, and in order to do that, we have to change our frequency. So I'm gonna just explain this while I get my workout in, cause this was, me starting to work out was actually something that started to shift my frequency and raise my frequency. Really, frequency is just movement at the end of the day. The more movement, the higher the frequency. The slower the movement, the lower the frequency. And in order to get to those goals and get to those places we want to be in life, we have to raise our frequency. We have to move more. We have to have more brain activity going on. We have to connect with higher planes of existence through raising our consciousness to a higher frequency. And I'll be the first person to tell you that changing your frequency is not easy. So pretty much the way that you change your frequency is that, you are where you are, you want to be somewhere else. So you say, all right, let me change my frequency. For instance, let's say that I wanted to get stronger and I wanted to, if I wanted to get stronger, right? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna work out, right? So whether it's somebody that's inspired you, maybe a video, somebody you just seen in person, a mentor, something that, gave you that spark of inspiration and said, yo, I'm gonna change my life right now. And you start working out, you know what I mean? And it's day one, and you working out, and everything's fun. It was a little painful, but you were excited to work out, and, you get to it. Then you're gonna have a couple days later where that inspiration kind of wears off. And that is really just when the discipline kicks in. So yeah, that's when the discipline has to kick in. And look, being disciplined is not easy, because when you start to discipline yourself, that's pretty much discipline. All discipline really means is doing things when you don't want to do them. So that inspiration is gonna wear off, that motivation, and pretty much how frequency works is it's like a thermostat. You're at your regular frequency of 68 and you're trying to get to 72. So what you have to do is that you have to raise your frequency. Now you're pretty much set to 68. So when it starts to get higher, your body, the universe, everything is gonna test you to try and bring you back down to the right frequency, because that's subconsciously where you are. So that's when the subconscious work starts, where you have to actually, change your subconscious and bring your subconscious up. And there's a lot of things that'll come to light during this time of discipline and pushing yourself to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Now, this is the most pivotal moment. This is the most pivotal time when you're in those dilemmas of, should I just do this, or should I relax today? Should I eat bad food for one day? Like, all of these things are tests to see if you're ready to go to the next level. And if you're not ready, then you're going right back down to the frequency you're at. And a lot of people get stuck in that loop of, having that inspiration, trying to changing for, a day, a week, maybe even two, and then slowly but surely right back to where they started. And it's because the moments that really matter is the discipline moments, the moments when you are doing things that you did not want to do and you're still doing them. And that's forcing your frequency that's forcing your subconscious mind to rewire and put itself and to rewire and to reset itself to a higher frequency. And pretty much, making that frequency your norm and creating that into your routine. And that takes about, anywhere from a month to 6 months to a year, to really get that dialed in. But look, once you have that dialed in, you're there. That becomes your norm and you're used to it, and that's your frequency. And as human beings, everybody always, no matter where you're at, you want more. You want to, whether that's physically or mentally or spiritually, we all want more. So we are always trying to raise our frequency. But once you start to raise your frequency and to raise your mood, to raise your vibrations, once you do it the first time, it becomes easier every single time. So, the compound interest on just putting in that work, that self work, the work on self, in order to achieve the life that you want. And anything's possible. Anything's possible. Once you start to raise your frequency, you really start to understand that anything is possible. You just have to, believe it, and you have to go through the trials and the tribulations. And then once you actually start to understand what's going on and understand that, when, for instance, say you start working out and then all of a sudden now you got booked for a gig that's 10 hours long and you get home and you don't want to work out, and it's just like, bro, all these things are going to happen, but it's up to you whether or not you want to do it, keep going and, do the things you don't want to do, or you're just going to sit and relax and, slowly but surely dwindle back down to the old frequency you were at. So, it really does fall into your hands. And yes, there'll be, trials and tribulations. There might be times where you actually can't do something, but, the best thing is to not get down on yourself and understand that the quicker you get up, the better. The quicker you get up, the better. Six, 7, 8, 9, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even for me, I've been renovating my studio, my music studio, for a whole month, and I ain't work out for almost a whole month, which is crazy. I mean, there was a lot of, manual labor that went into building the place. Definitely got my sweat in, but regardless, coming back now and working out is a lot. I mean, it's not like too bad getting back into it, but it definitely, I feel like it's a lot. It's harder than it was just a month ago, just being in that rhythm. But it's okay, and that's why I'm even like putting myself in a situation where it's like, I could say it's snowing outside, I could say that things are cluttered inside, but there's no reason. I just shoveled my little space, and now I can work out. Yesterday I went to the park, there was literally snow on the ground. I still did my thing. Like, we can create these excuses if we want, or we can take control and push through and understand that this is just a test. Like, yo, are you gonna go and you're gonna shovel the space for you to work out? You're gonna work out in the snow? Like, it's below freezing. Like, are you gonna work out below freezing weather? Like, these are all decisions that you have to make. But if you decide to just sit and wait, like, the time is now. There's no other time than now. So we gotta just take advantage of the time that we have right now and get to it. And yes, I do usually work out without taking this many breaks, but I was trying to talk while I did that, and it was a lot harder than I expected. So bear with me. Excuse me. But yeah, all in all, when you change your frequency, you're changing your mood, you're changing your life, and you're changing the outcome of your life by changing your frequency. It all starts with small steps, and it's the ripple effect. You know, it affects everything outside. So if you want to change your life, change your frequency. Start to do the things that you want to do. Become inspired. If you can't find inspiration within, stop doing the same thing you always do and do something different. And I guarantee that you will find that inspiration, you know? And sometimes you have to just start those things. Sometimes it's not easy to start, but once you start, that's when the inspiration starts to kick in. But, you know, it's like anything. What you put your attention onto is where your attention follows. If I was to sit inside and I start sitting on my couch and I start thinking how comfy the couch is and how much I don't want to work out, then that's where the energy goes to. If my energy goes to, ooh, I'm gonna feel so good once I'm done working out. I'm gonna feel so much better doing something, working out, being outside, and sitting on my phone. That's where the energy is gonna go to. So just make sure that you only keep the good beliefs inside of your mind. No limiting beliefs. Any limiting beliefs, anything that's bringing you down, take that out of your mind. There's no need to think, have thoughts, and not just have thoughts, but like hold on to thoughts that aren't benefiting you, that aren't abundant thoughts, that aren't thoughts of greatness. If they're thoughts that are bringing you down, thoughts that are telling you that you're not worthy, delete those thoughts. Start thinking about good thoughts. Because your energy follows the attention. You know, nobody's perfect. Nobody has perfectly good thoughts all the time. But the goal is to not hold on and bring those thoughts down and then hold them and manifest them into reality. You have a bad thought, put a good thought over it. There's no need for any of that. I'm tired. Stop thinking you're tired. You're not tired. Get the fuck up. You got energy, man. Go outside. Jump in the snow. Do things that might embarrass you. Do things that might take you out of your comfort zone, that will take you out of your comfort zone. Because obviously your comfort zone is actually uncomfortable because it's creating mental stress, especially if you are not satisfied with where you are. So all I'm gonna say to end this video is change your frequency. It's gonna require a lot of work. It's gonna come with tests. You're not just going to be able to get to the next level without the universe, without your body, without your mind testing you, without your spirit testing you. You're gonna be tested, but inevitably, you have to push through those tests and understand that once you push through those tests, your frequency gets raised, and that is your new level. That's your new base level. So create that new base level for yourself, and understand that that's the formula. Change frequency, test, pass test, now new base level, new reset. So that's the formula. And you're gonna keep doing that over and over again, because in life, we always want to raise and elevate our consciousness, our beings, our physical, everything. We wanna raise it all. Prosperity, abundance, all of it. So, take that time to do that. And be an inspiration to people, because, I can't lie, like, everybody around me inspires me so much to be the best person that I can be. And that's why I'm where I'm at right now. It's because of the people around me. It's because of the people that inspire me to do better, and the people that inspire me to be the best version of myself and love themselves and show me, and that shows me how to love myself. So love yourself, raise your frequency, be happy with everything that you have in life, and be happy with the trials and the tribulations, and understand that this is all of that is to bring you to a new, higher, heightened level of existence. Zudakaya with another transmission. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.